Michael Sergi here with multi-time IBJJF Pan No-Gi champion, Dean Lewis. Thank you for joining us, Dean.
Pleasure to be here.
Pleasure to have you. So, Dean likes to play a lot of inverted guard, and we want to make sure that his back from his cervical spine all the way down to his lumbar spine stays strong and safe. And I like to do a lot of mobility movements as a warm-up. And then as a cool down, I'll do some mobility movements, but I like to do a lot of static stretching during our cool downs on open mat days. So I'm gonna do a couple of movements here, and we'll start from his Dean's lumbar spine, and we'll work our way all the way up to the neck. So take your peace sign fingers and put them on your hips, thumbs behind you. And the movement that we're gonna do here, our camera person, MJ, you're doing such a great job, is going to get me from the from the side, and then you'll get Dean from the front. All right, so peace sign fingers here, thumbs behind, and what we're going to do is almost like a cat-cow, but from the feet. So you're going to push your hips back and then pull your hips forward. So just to get some pelvic rotation in there, so back and forth. Here, just like that. Keep going, keep going. And generally what I'll do with our mobility movements is rather than count reps, I will focus on time. And this one I will have our team do for a minute before we move into our next one, which is we've gotten that front to back movement. Now we want to get some side to side movement. We're modifying the time here for the purpose of the video. So now, flat footed, all right, we're just going to bend the knees right and left. So just push the hips out from side to side. Good. So as you continue to do this, what a lot of people will do here is they'll kind of push the hip out, back and forth. That's not what we want to do. We actually want to get some movement in the pelvis. So again, what we're trying to do is get a little space in this direction, and then on either side. So it's really good for the lumbar spine, lower back, pelvis, hips. All right, good. And now, what we'll do is we will go into like a back extension from here. So I like to widen the feet, wider than the hips. Perfect. And then come on down, just like this. You can take your arms and cross them right in front of your chest. And then from here, as long as you don't have any back issues of any kind, you should be good. So notice how my back is flat and straight. I'm pulling my belly button into my spine to support my lower back. And then from here, we're gonna look up and then return neutral and then look to the other direction. And Dean's just gonna continue to do that and trying to focus really on turning his entire body here. We're gonna get his head right above his hips. He's gonna push his butt back towards that wall just a little more. Now go ahead and go. Perfect. Yep. And I never go to endpoint or never recommend anyone go to endpoint on any stretches. Mild discomfort is how we measure intensity. And we certainly don't want to create a problem by trying to fix or prevent problems. Good. And then we can intensify this one just by having our arms out here, chest down. And now you're going to turn all the way and then switch and go all the way over to the other side. And it's not unusual for one side to be a little tighter than the other. So now we were, when we began, on our lumbar spine, focusing on our lumbar spine, and now we moved up to the middle back, which is the thoracic spine. Very nice. And now we want to do neck spine, which a lot of jiu-jitsu guys have some problems there. And everything that I do, I like to build an intensity. So I look for the least intense, shortest range of motion movements, and then work my way up to bigger range of motion. So we'll do very small circle neck rotations. And in these, what I'll generally do with our team on open mat days is like 30 seconds. Dean's doing these perfectly, focusing on going just as far to the left as he does to the right, and vice versa, and just as far to the front as he does to the back, and vice versa. And then remember to switch and go to the other side. Just get a few in to even it up so we can increase our range of motion on the next one. And now we'll go bigger range of motion. So pretty traditional here. We haven't done anything that is brand new. Some of the movements, maybe, go ahead and switch and go to the other direction. Some of these movements might be new to some of you, particularly the thoracic spine. The middle back, I don't see a lot of folks working on that, but I try to work my way up either from top to bottom or bottom to top. I just think it's good for the entire spine. I think it's good for the pelvis. I think it's good for the shoulders as well. And I have specific movements for shoulders and hips and knees and elbows, but we're just focusing on spinal movements right now. And now for your largest range of motion neck movement, we're gonna go chin to the chest, and we're gonna drag our chin all the way over to this shoulder, and then we go back, and then all the way over to the other side, and I connect my chin to my shoulder, and then I return to center. And now what I'm gonna do is switch back and go the opposite direction. This one you can do for reps, because this one takes a little bit longer. You can do 5 on each side, or you can do 10 on each side. So you're getting full flexion, full extension, and full rotation with this movement. This is something that I picked up from John Lindsay of the Movement Journey. Check out his Instagram page.